On today's episode, I'm finally diving into the history of Sovtech amplification.
Hey, Josh!
Felipe,
Dude,
what
I can't
are
believe
you doing
I
here?
can't believe you have one of these.
Is today the Caroline episode?
Danny Gatton nearly set a venue on fire
What
with
is
one
going
of these.
on right now?
Whoa, what's that?
Was it today?
Is this a tube screamer? Are these
Yeah,
rare?
they are sometimes
rare?
rare. Roll that intro, please. I have my good friend Felipe here from Caroline Guitar Company, also known as Caroline Corporation.
Caroline Corporation is our 1970s evil corporate benefactors, but we've rebooted it. Thank you.
He told me on the phone that he had a new release. I heard the story. I freaked out. I said, we have to do this on the show.
Thank you.
And basically, the Icarus here, this is like 2012?
2011.
2011. This is
2011.
like our very early days as a shop. I had a little music store in KC. I carried your Wave Cannon. That's how we met. And I remember this. You're rebooting this pedal
We are rebooting this pedal.
for an amazing cause
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
because there's a lot of Overdrive pedals.
So many Overdrive pedals.
Are they all pretty good?
They're all pretty good. Most of them are pretty good. I would say of the 390 pages that you might get of Overdrive pedals from a single retailer, most will sound pretty good.
Believe it or not, there's just a lot of good pedals.
There are a lot of good pedals.
But this is the reboot. Tell us about it. Tell us what's going on here.
This is the Icarus reboot that we are doing, and we're really excited about this. And to give you a little bit of the backstory, this is the original that we did in 2011, and there's not much exciting to say about this. I mean, it was a booster. It was cool. Some people like it. They really like it in front of AC-15 style amps. We made 437 of these, and we discontinued it for the same reason, like you said in your podcast, why we kill pedals. Sometimes it doesn't make sense to keep making these. But a friend of ours asked us to mod his, and that friend was an acclaimed Columbia musician named Aaron Graves. And Aaron Graves is a really interesting story. We had modded his pedal, and soon after that, a lot of other Columbia musicians and different musicians who knew Aaron would ask us to mod their old discontinued Icarus pedals into Aaron's pedal, and that's what this reboot is. It's the reboot of what we call the Aaron Graves Overdrive version of the Icarus is now going to be the Icarus pedal.
So this is like what the people wanted.
This is what the people wanted. They wanted Icarus back, but they wanted some of those mods. I'll tell you a little bit more about the story of it and what happened with Aaron. Graves was a beloved Columbia musician who passed away last summer. He is survived by his wife and 2 children. And we are doing this as kind of a artist signature style pedal with a portion of the proceeds that we would normally give to an artist endorser back to the Graves family to be able to use however they want. This isn't earmarked towards anybody's college funds or anything like that. This is going to Jess and the kids to be able to use however they want in whatever way works best for them. A portion of the proceeds of these sales will go to that family.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know, it's so cool to see this evolve through like a local artist.
Yep.
That through a tragedy we get to see something like this, a pedal used for something good.
Yeah. This was a guy who was just really positive and universally beloved in our community, who was incredibly impactful. He was an acclaimed skateboarder. He was very influential to a whole host of artists. A lot of people know his impact on people like Chaz Bundick of Toro y Moi, but also throughout a whole bunch of people he was connected to in the label. He used to host these incredibly sweet potlucks where people would come and bring food, and they were like incredibly positive, energized people that followed from his example of just being really into things and really getting good at things and pursuing music and skateboarding and contributing to their community.
Yeah, one of the music videos, we can link that below, it's shot at one of these potlucks.
Yeah.
It's just like he gathers all these people. He's huge in the music community, skateboarding legend. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
The stuff you've taught me about him.
Yeah, and he was such a funny guy. He appeared in our Shit Pedal Nerds Say video where he's like stomping on a memory man over and over again trying to make it tap tempo.
Wait, this thing doesn't have tap tempo?
I remember
Holding his kid, like, I don't think I even need tap tempo, you know? And he was just such a positive, great, sweet guy. And the community had rallied before him when he was first diagnosed with cancer. In 2014, the community rallied behind him. I mean, there were restaurants donating their lunch proceeds from sales to his treatment. People were screen printing shirts. We did a limited run pedal that we auctioned off for him. The cancer went into remission, but came back in 2018. He passed away in June of 2019. There's an incredible mural downtown dedicated to him and his memory, and just a guy who had a real positive impact and set a really difficult example for us to live up to, but we're trying to do the best we can with some of this stuff.
It's amazing. So let's talk about this evolution. This guy, it's like a clean boost preamp thing.
Yeah.
How does it get turned into an overdrive? Tell us a little bit about if people own this or saw it. I remember it being in a yellow case. Seeing a lot of those.
We changed color on that thing every time because it was literally what people had available. We're like, oh, let's get yellow, let's go gold.
So when I opened this, you sent me this one, and it's pretty unique.
Yeah,
it feels unique to me.
Well, thank you. So this was just a straight linear op amp boost.
Okay.
And Aaron had asked me to modify it to be kind of an overdrive. And so it was one of these things I literally threw like a Miller cap and a diode pair in the feedback loop and then a master volume. And I was like, here you go, here's an overdrive. And it sounded really good. It was one of these things where I'm like, why didn't I try that when I first made it?
Yeah.
It was pretty straightforward and simple. And so we incorporated that stuff into here. This is also kind of the root of our preamp in our parabola and kilobyte pedals as well.
Those
so
it's
got that same kind of thing happening there, but as just a standalone pedal. We were gifted these Russian diodes, and I decided let's just put those in as well. And it actually was one of those things when you put it together, it actually looks good on a scope, and you're like, this actually responds really well when you analyze it. It's basically kind of a clean to mildly grinding overdrive with a low pass filter, because that's what this was. I mean, literally, all that was like boost and high cut. Incredibly simple.
So this is like a super posh micro amp.
Basically, yeah.
And then you turn it into this soft clipping, unique overdrive.
Yeah, and it can clean boost because there's 2 gain stages. So if you leave that all the way down, this will get louder. Like this will still do the clean thing that this did. That's a 4559 chip, which is one louder.
It is one louder.
It's one better than the 4558. One better than the 4558. Fun Russian diodes. This is D9Es, and I think those are D310s in the black ones. We'll make them as many as we can as long as we have that bag of fun diodes.
The paint alone sounds different.
Yeah, the paint sounds different.
Listen. So what we need to do now is we need to jam on some dad rock.
We're going to play some dad rock, post rock.
Nick, can you play drums?
Heck yeah.
You on guitar.
We're going to have some dad rock, post rock.
I'm going to play bass.
Awesome.
What are you going to do first?
We're going to do 3 dad rock, post rock songs. The first one is basically turning everything kind of towards noon and using it to drive another drive pedal. Okay. And we'll hear how that sounds.
How good of a bass player I was.
You're a fantastic bass player.
You're a great guitar player.
It's like that pick bass thing.
I think because we're dads, there's like a synergy of energy.
Yeah, it's like that fatigue of life having beaten us down a little bit, and it comes through. It kind of sounds like a good Sugar song. Bob Mould might write about like walking a dog.
Maybe we need to revisit this at the end of the video.
We'll revisit it.
Yeah, what do you want to do next? What kind of sound?
Well, I was going to go with a light overdrive with a little less high cut, like about like there.
Let's use this one.
Okay, we'll use that one. And
Okay.
we'll dial it up to kind of cruise along and play another little dad rocky song, an idea called What Have the Kids Done to the House?
That resonates so deeply with me. Let's do that.
Yeah.
This is kind of like emotional support
Yeah.
through music.
Yeah. That music therapy through dad rock.
That was what I was trying to say. Like Disintegration by Death Cab.
I think we should start a new dad rock band and call ourselves like the Bad Plagiarists.
Yeah.
Where we just try to play like fake songs by other bands.
But a fake song is a real song.
That's right. It is a real song. It's a new real song.
What are we gonna do next?
I'm
so excited.
We're gonna crank the gain and play some Fake Stones.
Fake Stones is such a good band.
Fake Stones. We're gonna play it's like a song about how we get on a riverboat casino and spend all the family money.
Yeah. Are you gonna go to like Open G?
I'll go to Open G
on a Telecaster.
Yeah, we'll do a You have a Telecaster here, I'm
So
sure.
excited.
Among like the 80 guitars you have here, I'm sure you have a Telecaster.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I think I need to see a chiropractor about an adjustment.
too.
I'm not used to rocking out that
It
hard.
was like shoegaze stones.
That's something for kids in their 20s.
Let's do record time
Record
and forget
time.
what just happened.
Woo!
What you got?
Well, we have 2 albums from our friends in Those Lavender Whales. I'll hold up the first one. This is Tomahawk of Praise. And this is Aaron Graves' band that he recorded these 2 albums with. This was once derisively described by a local hater as children's music for adults. And I think of it as the best compliment.
It's a perfect way to describe it.
It is beautiful and innocent. You mentioned kind of the Sufjan Stevens comparison.
Yeah.
I think it's just like innocent and beautiful and pure of intention and amazing song titles. You mentioned this one.
My favorite is a loose interpretation of something Augustine of Hippo may have once said. That's absolutely worth getting it.
That's something that you do not put on the label when you're trying. The record label, corporate does not allow that.
This is a very anti-corporate adult children's album.
Yeah, and really beautiful.
Yeah.
Pure of spirit and intention and just really great stuff.
And we got this.
And this was the follow-up that he did, My Bones Are Singing. This is produced and mixed by Chaz Bundick of Toro y Moi, and it is just a glorious album. He was recording the last couple of years of his life, and really beautiful. Again, the arms of a loving community around an undeserving individual. A beautiful song title, a beautiful summary of things, except that he's wrong. He was completely deserving of that attention and help. So these
cool.
are great albums. They're available at the
forkandspoonrecords.net.
forkandspoonrecords.net. Highly recommend them.
That's a good record time. Probably the best we've ever done.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely did, and thank you for being on today.
Man, it was a blast. On short notice.
It was very short notice, but you know what? I'll get to the Soptech thing one day.
One day you'll get to it. I look forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
This is an impressive collection. I want to hear all about it.
It doesn't matter though. This was more important.
This was fun.
You all need to go buy this pedal. It's for an amazing cause, and there's, like we said, a lot of Overdrive pedals, a lot of pedals out there.
So many Overdrive pedals.
But this comes with such a great story, and we're helping this family out, and it's really important to me to bring this kind of stuff in and just make people aware of how they can help. So how many of these are there going to be?
There's going to be 98 total, 49 in each color.
Okay, they're probably selling out right now, and then when they're sold out,
We might make more. We'll see about that.
if we find more diodes.
If we find more diodes, more unobtainium.
There's also a link below. Now, there's a few things I want you to go read. Go to his website. There's a link there, and you can read a little bit more of the story in detail. You'll write something
Yep.
fancy up, or it's already written.
Yep.
And then there's also a GoFundMe that goes directly to the family. The JHS Show is going to give $1,000 to that. We're going
Wow.
to use some of the Patreon and different things because I really love this, and I'm so excited to have JHS be a part and the show be a part of this product that you're doing. So
Thanks so
just
much.
go be a part of the whole thing. Share the story. Like, we're in this crazy season of social media nonsense. Go share something that means something.
Yeah, and we'll do some good for some people.
Let's bless this family. Yeah, if you liked the episode, hit like or don't. Subscribe, whatever. None of that matters today. Just go have fun, check this pedal out, and be a part of this. Bye-bye.